At Eastview High, popularity wasn't earned. It was inherited, like a crown passed down from one reigning queen bee to the next. And that crown belonged to Madison Lane. Perfect hair, perfect nails, perfect boyfriend, perfect GPA. Madison was untouchable. Or at least, that's what everyone thought. I never bought into the myth. I'd seen the cracks up close, because once upon a time, Madison and I were best friends. Back in middle school, before she ditched me for the cheer squad and the glittering world of pep rallies and homecoming courts, we were inseparable. We used to sit in her room, making friendship bracelets and pinky swearing about telling each other everything. Now, she didn't even look at me in the hallway. And I didn't care, or at least, that's what I told myself. But the truth had a way of crawling out. And by the end of junior year, Madison Lane's perfect life was about to explode in front of the entire school. It all started on a rainy Monday morning when I walked into first period chemistry and saw Madison whispering furiously with her inner circle, Sloane, Jade, and Brielle. Their usual smirks were gone. Madison's hands shook as she shoved something into her designer bag. Rough morning. I asked lightly as I passed her desk. Old habit. She glared at me like I'd slapped her. Mind your own business, loser. Sloane snapped. Something was definitely up. By lunch, the whispers had started. A group of sophomores huddled near the vending machine, giggling over something on a phone screen. Football players kept glancing at Madison's table, their voices low. Jamie, my best friend now, dropped her tray beside mine. You hear about Madison? No. I said, try a soundboard. What now? A broken nail? Jamie snorted. Worse. Someone says there's pictures. I choked on my soda. Pictures? Jamie raised an eyebrow. You know, of the personal kind. I almost laughed. It sounded too ridiculous. Madison Lane would never risk her perfect image like that. But the more I watched in the cafeteria, stiff posture, fake laugh, constantly checking her phone, the less funny it seemed. Could just be a rumor, I said, though my stomach twisted. Yeah, but rumors around here grow legs. Jamie replied. That night, my phone buzzed at 11 p.m. A message from an unknown number. Want to know Madison's secret? Wait for Friday's assembly. My heart pounded. I didn't answer. But I couldn't sleep either. By Wednesday, Eastview High was electric. Everyone knew something big was coming. Screenshots supposedly existed, but no one had seen them yet. At least, no one credible. The whole school was waiting for Friday's senior assembly, like it was some kind of stage show. Madison was unraveling. I saw her snap at her boyfriend Luke outside the gym. She shoved him so hard his duffel bag hit the floor. He looked furious, but also scared. Think it's true? Jamie asked as we walked to class. I don't know, I said, but whoever's doing this is playing games. Then Jade cornered me in the girls' bathroom. I know you hate Madison, she hissed, eyes sharp. But if this is your doing, you're dead. What are you talking about? I shot back. I'm not stupid enough to start a war with your queen. Jade studied me for a second, then stormed out. But her threat stuck. Someone clearly thought I was behind this, and whoever was behind it wanted an audience of 2,000 people. Friday morning, the gymnasium buzzed like a live wire. All grades were crammed into the bleachers for the end-of-year assembly. Teachers tried to keep order, but it was hopeless. Everyone was waiting for the big reveal. I spotted Madison sitting with the cheer squad, pale but defiant, phone clutched like a weapon. Luke wasn't beside her. Principal Harris droned on about school achievements, sports records, college acceptances. No one cared. Every eye was glued to the giant projector screen that hung over the stage. And then it happened. The screen flickered. A different slideshow appeared, not the principal's PowerPoint. Is this part of it? Jamie whispered. The first image was Madison, at a party I didn't recognize, holding something in her hand. Then another image and another. Gasps rippled through the bleachers. The pictures weren't explicit, but they were compromising enough to send a shockwave. Madison shot to her feet, screaming, "Turn it off!" But it was too late. The entire school had seen just enough to know. The queen had a secret. and someone just broadcast it to 2,000 students. When the assembly ended in chaos, students spilled into the halls buzzing like a shaken hive. Teachers tried to corral people back into classrooms, but no one was listening. Everyone wanted to talk about the slideshow, about Madison. Madison herself was gone. The moment the lights came back on, she bolted from the gym with Sloane and Brielle chasing after her. I caught a glimpse of her face as she pushed past the crowd, eyes red, jaw tight, like she was trying not to cry. "Holy crap," Jamie whispered, walking beside me. "That was brutal. Who even does something like that?" "Someone who really hates her," I said quietly, but in my gut, it didn't feel like the work of some random enemy. This was planned, precise, like someone knew exactly how to hurt her and when to strike. When I rounded the corner to my locker, I found Luke, Madison's perfect quarterback boyfriend, leaning against the wall. His usual swagger was gone. He looked like he'd just been punched in the gut. "Hey," I said cautiously. We weren't exactly friends, but we'd known each other since middle school. "Did you see it?" he asked flatly. "Yeah, everyone did." He scrubbed a hand through his hair. "She's not answering my texts. And now people are saying it's my fault. Is it?" The word slipped out before I could stop them. Luke's eyes narrowed. "No, but I know who's behind it." He pushed off the wall. "Stay out of this, okay? It's going to get ugly." And just like that, he stalked away, leaving me with a knot in my stomach. If Luke knew who was behind it, why wasn't he telling Madison? Or the principal? By Monday, Eastview High was divided into two camps. People who thought Madison had it coming, and people who pitted her. The whispers didn't stop. Neither did the memes. Screenshots from the slideshow were everywhere, even though the administration was threatening suspensions for anyone caught sharing them. I found Madison sitting alone in the library, something I never thought I'd see. No cheer squad, no Sloane or Jade. She was curled in on herself, staring at her phone. Against my better judgment, I sat down across from her. "You okay?" Her head snapped up. "What do you want?" Her voice was raw. "Nothing," I said. "Just, you look like you could use a friend." She let out a bitter laugh. "I don't have those anymore." "People have short memories," I said softly. "Give a few weeks." She shook her head. "You don't get it. Whoever did this, they know stuff. Stuff I didn't even tell Sloane." Her eyes were glassy. "If they go further, I'm done." "Do you know who it is?" Madison hesitated, then whispered, "I think it's someone close to me, someone I trusted." I wanted to tell her I believed her, but after the way she treated me all these years, the word stuck in my throat. Still, I said, "Then find out before they hit you again." The next blow landed at lunch on Wednesday. A mass text went out of half the school. Asked Madison about her fake college applications. The cafeteria exploded. People crowded around her table. Madison slammed her tray down and stood up, shouting, "Shut up. It's not true." But her voice cracked, and that was all it took for the rumor to stick. I saw Luke stand up from across the room and march toward her. "Madison, we need to talk," he said sharply. "Not now," she hissed. "Now," he snapped, grabbing her wrist. The whole room went dead silent. She yanked free. "Don't touch me." "Tell him it wasn't me," he demanded. "Tell them I didn't leak anything." Madison glared. "Why should I? You're the only one who had access to my laptop." Gasps rippled through the room. Luke's face went red. "You really think I'd do this to you?" Before she could answer, a teacher stormed in to break it up. But the damage was done. The golden couple had publicly cracked in half. Jamie leaned close to me and muttered, "If Luke's innocent, he's about to burn down the whole school to prove it." Thursday afternoon, I was heading out to the parking lot when I spotted Jade pacing near the flagpole, talking furiously into her phone. I ducked behind a car and listened. "No, I didn't tell anyone." "Stop texting me, or I'm going to principal." "I said I don't have the files, okay?" "Files." My stomach dropped. I stepped out from behind the car. "Hey, Jade." She spun around, face pale. "Were you listening to me?" "Hard not to," I said coolly. "What files?" "None of your business," she snapped, shoving her phone into her bag. Is it about Madison? I pressed. Jade's lips tightened. Stay out of it, loser. You don't know who you're messing with. She brushed past me, but her hands were shaking. By the time I got home, there was another anonymous message on my phone. Tomorrow, pep rally, the final reveal. I didn't know who was behind it. I didn't even know why they were dragging me into it with cryptic texts. But I did know one thing. By Friday afternoon, Madison Lane's perfect world would either be saved or completely destroyed. And I had a sinking feeling I was going to be caught in the middle. Friday morning. Eastview High felt like it was holding its breath. The pep rally was supposed to hype the homecoming game, but no one cared about football anymore. Everyone wanted to see if the mysterious slideshow hacker would strike again. By third period, rumors swirled that Madison might not show. But she did, walking in a white sweater dress and boots, chin high, pretending not to hear the laughter and phone cameras. Jamie caught me by the lockers. Ready for this? Ready for what? I asked. Ready for World War III. The gym was wall-to-wall packed. The cheer squad tried to do their routine, but eyes kept drifting to Madison, who stood rigid, ignoring everyone. Then the lights dimmed. Let's welcome our football captains, the principal boomed, but the projector flickered on first. Black background, white text. Everyone deserves to know the truth. Gasps rippled. Teachers ran for stage. A slideshow began. Photos of Madison at wild parties, violations of the cheer squad code, screenshots of falsified volunteer hours, an audio clip of Madison bragging, I can get into any school with the right connections. The gym erupted. Madison stood frozen as her reputation burned in front of 2,000 people. Turn it off, the principal barked, but the system was locked. Then the final slide appeared. Ask Jade who sold you out. Every head turned. Jade. 2 rows up went pale. You. Madison screamed, leaping from the stage. You did this to me? Jade backed up, shaking. I didn't. It's not what you think. You ruined me. Madison lunged. Teachers dragged them apart as the gym dissolved into chaos. In the corner of my eye, someone slipped quietly out of the gym. Brielle, Madison's second in command. I pushed through the crowd to follow her. I caught Brielle by the side door. You're leaving? She smirked. Friendship doesn't buy loyalty. Madison treated me like dirt. So it was you. She made it easy. Brielle said, coolly. Jade sold me her files for cash. I ran the slideshow. I wanted her to feel what she did to everyone else, small. You proud of this? I asked. Her smile faltered. Maybe, but at least no one will ever worship her again. She walked out without another word. By Monday, Madison was suspended, Jade hiding, Luke dazed. Brielle's part came out days later, earning her expulsion. I saw Madison once more. No perfect hair, no makeup, just a hoodie and sunglasses. Hey, I said. You knew about Brielle? She asked, voice rough. I figured it out too late. She gave a bitter laugh. Guess I had it coming. I wasn't exactly nice. That doesn't mean you deserve this, I said quietly. Madison managed a sad smile. Thanks for saying that. Then she walked off, shoulders hunched like someone twice her age. The administration tried to bury the story, but it leaked to local news. The fall of the Prom Queen. By year's end, Madison transferred. Jade vanished from social media. Luke quit football. Brielle bragged online until colleges pulled her offers. And me? I realized high school crowns are made of paper. Build your throne on other people's pain, and someone will light a match. At Eastview High, nothing stays secret forever.